So I haven't posted in a while, not because I gave up, but because I quietly walked away from the thing that this whole channel used to be about. So if you've been here since the trading days, this video is for you, and I just want to explain everything that's happened. So let me give you a little backstory, of how I even got into trading or online money space in the first place. So I started trading, obviously, I saw it on TikTok. Some of my friends actually introduced it to me, and I saw it kind of like, oh wow, dude, I just freaking read stocks and click a button and I can make $1,000. Like just like everyone, who's like first getting into the online money space, you see this. You see all these gurus, making it seem so easy. It's a lucrative track, if I must say. But obviously, it does work. There's people making hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars trading, and 100% I believe it works. It's just the intent and the reason behind me getting into trading, I feel like, was kind of just like, okay, some of my friends were doing it, and it was something that it looked like eye candy. It looked like I would say it looked really, really easy, but I also knew behind like it wasn't gonna be so easy. So like I literally put my all into it, and like I was actually recently starting to see some success with it. And I mean, quite frankly, I'm not saying that I'm done with trading. It's just I've been more focused. I've been allocating my time towards other things, if that makes sense. So I kind of wanted to talk about, kind of how I started trading and where I am going now in my life. So yeah, basically, yeah, just like everyone else in the online money space, saw trading as just like this get rich quick, let me click a couple buttons and I'll be in Miami, shit like that. But obviously that's not the case, and it takes a lot of discipline. And what I learned throughout trading actually, like, it genuinely like taught me so much. Like just waking up every day not knowing if I'm going to make money or not tying my identity to a P&L, not like waking up and being able to be like, okay, I'm probably going to eat shit again, and then I have to go about my day just like nothing happened. Or if I win, yay, cool. Like it taught me a lot about not attaching myself to the outcome, but only to the inputs. Because I knew if I followed a system, if I followed my rules, I can't be mad. I can't control what happens outside of that. It's the same thing though, in business, like anything. You say you're in sports, you go to the gym every day. You're counting your macros, or you're going to run. You're training every single day. You come to the game time, or you come to the bodybuilding show, whatever it is, or you come to, you're preparing for a meeting and you come to that meeting. Whatever it is, as long as you can't control the outcome, you can only control what you put in leading up to that moment. And whatever happens at that point. Like, that you put in the work. So whatever comes from that is, so be it. Like, that's literally it. You can't control the outcome. And that's what I've learned a lot throughout my trading journey, is just being okay with, losing every day, waking up, losing, and not seeing any form of success for an extensive period of time. And yeah, man, I feel like that's really what it taught me. But like, I feel like every single day I was just like, I would make money, then I'll lose it. I'll make money, then I'll lose it. And I know that it's this, constant back and forth, but I was putting so much time and effort, like all day. Like I was just looking at the charts. I was just staring at my screen, watching these videos of how to become a better day trader. But it's like, at the end of the day, it's not about how much you put in, and you can't see those compounding effects daily. And that's what really bugged me about trading. I just couldn't see my efforts compounding. And that's kind of why, I just started to, I sat down and I thought to myself, I was like, okay, is what I'm building, is this something that I want to, have? I started looking down the line, because right now I'm young. I just graduated high school, and quite frankly, I've always wanted to get into business and entrepreneurship. I just didn't know how. I didn't know what to do. And, trading was the first thing, that it popped in my mind. Like, it was like literally the first thing I saw about online money. I didn't even know about online money 6 months ago. Like, it's crazy. But I saw trading and I immediately went on all in. That's one thing about me. I see something, dude, I'm like delusional. I'm just going to go all in. I'm not even going to think twice about it. I'm just going to go all in. And that's probably what kind of screwed me. But to push everything forward, yeah, man, about like 2 months ago, I started making, these calls. I started making some cold calls because I was looking into other businesses like e-commerce, drop shipping, all this like other guru stuff, just like trading. And I was just like trying to learn, other business avenues because I wanted to get, like, I even started like my own landscaping like gig. Like, I was just doing a bunch of other business side hustles while I was trading because I wanted to make some income because I was just trading on evals. I didn't have any cash flow. And like I said, I didn't try dropshipping or anything. I just looked into it. The lawn care business, I mean, it's just like a side hustle that I do, but obviously it's seasonal and it's not something I want to do long term. It was just to, make some money after my trading hours. But then I started, I was like, okay, what else can I do? So I started looking on the internet and I came across people, like young people like me. They were talking about how they were helping these people, these businesses, they were getting paid tens of thousands of dollars a month, helping these local businesses grow with just like, like helping them with their advertising. So I looked into that and I was like, okay, what are they doing? And a lot of them were just like, they started, just with someone locally, like whether that was just like a cold call or they went into the building and they came in and they told them like, hey, I'll help you with your services. I'll help you with your marketing, and bring you guys more business. And then if I do that, then you guys can like compensate me for that. So I kind of got into that, and so I just started making calls like to a bunch of local service businesses. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I've never helped any business grow with paid advertising, but that's something I want to pursue. So I started, I made some calls. I got a bunch of just a bunch of BS, like people just calling and immediately saying like, it's F you, bro. Like, just cold calling. It's rough, but it's definitely, it's definitely something that toughened me up, as far as like, just getting on calls, talking to people. And that's basically how I started this next chapter of my life. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just calling people. I got a script online and I was just calling people, reading the script. And then, I was actually able to, land someone who wanted help with their marketing. And she was just like, oh, I've been praying for this moment. And I was like, okay, I mean, I'm willing to help you. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm willing to help. And she kind of taught me a lot about just like marketing as a whole, how to use Google, Facebook, all these other things. And I'm really, really grateful for that experience. I was probably running her ads for like about a month, and I was able to, actually understand, what goes in to like what goes into marketing to these type of, these people that are running these local service businesses. So that's kind of how I learned, this new skill. And I'm all about learning new skills. That's what I really came into entrepreneurship for. And that's why I wanted to, personally make this pivot from, trading to like from trading to like this pivot to like this entrepreneurial type style, like normal entrepreneurial business style, because I really wanted to learn business. That was like my number one thing. I wanted to learn how to run a business, run a company, and that is truly what I'm trying to do now. So yeah, right now, I started like my own like freelancing agency kind of, and I'm just helping local service businesses, grow through paid advertising, whether that's like Meta and Facebook, or Meta and Instagram, and like, Google if they need help. But yeah, I'm just learning all like just like how to market these businesses right now, and that's what I'm currently doing because eventually I want to run my own business, and the only way to learn business is to do business. So I feel like this is like the best. It's a lower barrier to entry, not much upfront capital is needed to run this type of business. So I was like, screw it, I'll give it a try, and I've been able to I was able to sign a couple clients on some trials, and now I'm looking to get some more paying clients at the moment. But the point of this is saying I don't want you guys to think that I just like abandoned trading or I gave up just because it was hard. That's not the reason why I'm making this. And if you think that, I mean, go ahead, cool, I don't care. It's simply just the fact that it's not something that I wanted long term for myself. And it's not that I would never come back to it. It's just I genuinely just I took a step back and I thought, okay, what does my future look like? What does George want in the next 10 years? I want to be able to say I did this, this, and that. I don't want to just, focus on just one skill. I want to focus on learning a bunch of, what are they called? Hard skills. I think they're called hard skills or something. But I want to learn a bunch of those so that once those start compounding, I become a full-on, entrepreneurial weapon. So I'm learning sales, marketing. I'm learning how to, communicate with these business owners. Like I'm learning a bunch of these skills right now, and like to be honest, it's really stressful. Sometimes you're hopping on calls with 40, 50-year-old men who've been in this business for a while, who've gotten scammed, who've been screwed over. But to be honest, you just have to be, tough. You have to show them like, okay, you're not freaking like, excuse my French, but you're not a freaking bitch. You know what you're talking about. Even if you're just starting out, you still got to frame yourself as, okay, I know what I'm doing. I know that you need this. You need marketing. Everyone needs marketing. If you're not posting on social media, you're screwing yourself over. Because AI. I'm not trying to be like this guru like AI is gonna take over the world, but like literally like the only way to stand out now is actually face like people seeing that you're real, because everyone is just using AI to type these prompts and type these ads, but it's like the only way to actually know that people are real is by marketing yourself, advertising your business. So these local businesses, they need you. They need you guys. They need people like us to help them market their business, because they don't want to do that themselves. So that's pretty much from that standpoint of where I am now and where I'm going. But yeah, like I said, I mean, obviously trading was something that I pursued for the longest time, and I've been doing that religiously for the past like 6-7 months. And it's just not something that I feel like I could be putting my efforts into something that can that I can see the compounds, not daily, but I can just see myself improving, and I'm not measured just on like a chart. I'm measured directly on the input that I put in that day. So basically, yeah. And like I said, this channel, the reason why I started this channel was to document myself, document the process, document the highs and lows. This is all about authenticity. Like I'm raw, like I don't sugarcoat anything, and I want you guys to feel the same. Like I don't, like right now it's 5:30 a.m. This is what I do every day. I wake up and I just start, trying to crank out ideas, just finding stuff to do, because that's just how I, find enjoyment. And this isn't just about me switching from trading to marketing or just flipping business models. It's actually just about building something instead of just starting over every day, and becoming someone who follows through long enough to see what it turned into. If you've been here since the trading days, thank you for sticking around. I'm not abandoning who I was. I'm just building on it. This is just a pivot. This is the next chapter, and I'm going to document it here. And yeah, this is what this channel was about. So if you want to follow the real process, the calls, the wins, the mistakes, stick around and I'll show you all of that.